I've had this chair for months, and for some reason it never has crossed my mind to actually sit in it for an intro. Hey guys, I'm Sarah from SoCraftastic, and in today's awesome DIY video, I'm going to show you how to make some sprinkle bowls by using melted chocolate and balloons. If you're new here and you like what you see, please click the red subscribe button in the corner down below the video so you never miss a video from me and you can be a part of the SoCraftastic family. I don't rhyme like that all the time. Also, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Now, let's get into the tutorial. I'm starting out by washing a balloon with soap and warm water since this will be touching food later. Water is chocolate's worst enemy, so be sure to let each balloon dry completely before moving on. As you can see, I laid them all out on a paper towel, then I went ahead and started blowing them up. The size of your balloon determines how big the chocolate bowl will be, so don't add too much air unless you want a huge bowl. Water balloons would be great for making tiny bowls, by the way. Now gather some chocolate and or candy melts like I have, as well as some colorful sprinkles. Here I'm dumping the sprinkles into a large bowl, but I recommend putting them on a wide plate instead, which you'll see I actually switch to later on in the video. You'll also need a glass bowl that's big enough for the balloon to fit inside. Pour in some candy melts or chocolate of your choice, then put it all in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time until it's completely melted. Wait a few minutes for it to cool a bit once it's creamy because 1, it could pop the balloon if it's too hot, and 2, if it's too runny, the layer of chocolate will drip off and make applying the sprinkles much more difficult. Dip the balloon into the melted chocolate a few times in order to build up the thickness as much as possible. After you're satisfied with the shape and height of the chocolate on the balloon, it's time to give it a little sprinkle bath. Dip and dab all areas of the gooey melted candy into the loose sprinkles so they stick to the balloon. Be sure not to roll the balloon around on the plate or the chocolate will come off like mine started to do a bit. I know it looks really messy right now. That's mainly because I didn't have enough sprinkles of this type. So in order to cover all the blank areas, I'm using a spoon as well as my just washed fingers so they're clean. After enough sprinkles are in place, set the balloon chocolate side down on a wax paper lined baking sheet. We'll first actually spoon on some plain melted chocolate, which my mom did for me here, because you could see the balloon wasn't standing up on its own. So now the balloon will actually stand upright. Chocolate does take a while to harden completely, so there will still be plenty in its creamy form in the bowl for this part. And if any areas of the bowl look thinner than others, go ahead and patch those spots with more chocolate and sprinkles like so. Repeat all these steps for as many sprinkle bowls as you want to make. I used a different type of sprinkle for my second one, and it looks a lot neater because there were more poured out onto the plate this time. While the chocolate is hardening, I want to extend a huge thank you to Audible.com for sponsoring this video, and I want to let you all know that Audible is giving my viewers, you guys, a free 30-day trial of their services. All you have to do is click the link below this video, audible.com/craft, to download any audiobook of your choice for free. There are over 180,000 titles to choose from. Reading used to be a big hobby of mine, but it sadly got pushed aside as I got busier. So for me, I think listening to audiobooks is a great alternative to traditional paper books because the level of multitasking you can achieve is through the roof. I mean, you can have both hands free to brush your cat, eat some ice cream, do a quick workout. You can even read with your eyes closed. How awesome is that? I've seen every single episode of the TV series Pretty Little Liars, and I have been meaning to read the books that inspired the show, so this is what I chose to listen to. Let me know your book recommendations in the comments section below, and also remember to visit audible.com/craft for your free 30-day trial. Now it's time to see how the sprinkle bowls turned out. Grab a sharp object such as a pin or needle, poke it into the top of each balloon, and now you're going to super carefully pull away the popped balloon from the inside of the chocolate bowls. Keep in mind the chocolate is quite thin, so don't pull at the edges very hard during this process or you could accidentally break parts away. Once that's finished, the entire bowl should peel away from the wax paper very easily. Go ahead and repeat this for each bowl and then you're done. Try making these with other colors of candy melts and shaped sprinkles such as stars or dinosaurs, like the one that snuck into my bowl earlier, and fill them with anything you want. These edible bowls would be great to set out at a graduation party or birthday celebration. I chose to put animal crackers in the pink bowl because it reminds me of the frosted animal crackers you can buy from the store. And I put M&Ms in the white one to make it look even more colorful. If you want to use these for ice cream, I recommend making your bowls a lot smaller because mine probably consist of more sugar than any one person should consume in a day. So if you make a big bowl, definitely share it with some friends. And take pictures. You can share those with me on Twitter, Instagram, or Crafty Amino by using hashtag SoCraftastic in the caption. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Unfortunately, I can't hold up the finished product because it no longer exists in its original form. Craig and I went to dinner and I decided to put this whole tray into the oven instead of the fridge because I didn't want my cat to get it. Crunchy. The next day, basically, we forgot that it was in the oven and went to preheat it. And then when we opened it, it was a little bit smoky. Luckily, nothing caught on fire. I'm very thankful for that. I will not be making the same stupid mistake in the future. On a closing note, I want to talk a little bit about the sponsor that was in this video, audible.com. I know a ton of you probably have already heard the app, maybe you've even used it, because so many popular YouTubers have mentioned them in their video. I had not even tried them. I'm so surprised by that. But actually a couple months ago, my boyfriend was listening to an audiobook in the car, and I had no clue that he was using Audible, so when I told him that they reached out to me, he's like, that's a book that we listened to in the car. I really did used to be an avid reader in the past. I probably would read a new book every week or two, I don't know. I know that might not sound like a lot to some of you, but I was also playing sports and doing a bunch of other stuff at the same time, going to school and watching TV shows. So I did a lot of different things, but I still made time to read. Then when I started doing YouTube more full-time, I just kind of put reading on the back burner and I just didn't make time for it. I'd rather watch TV shows or go outside or do something else. I'd be in so many different positions on the couch and I'd try to eat something and then the book would close and it was a real struggle sometimes. I'd be laying on my bed and I'm like trying to, you know, lounge back and I would just have to change positions so many times and books are so long. So I'm hoping that I'll finish the entire Pretty Little Liars book series and then move on to something else. So if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. I used to really love to read paranormal books. I was reading the Mediator series years ago and that was one of my favorites. So if you guys have suggestions for me, let me know. Hopefully you guys appreciated that I tried to make the sponsorship clips as fun as possible so you guys wouldn't be bored at that part in the video. I really appreciate all your guys' support because if the ads were not there and brands were not a part of YouTubers' videos, then we wouldn't be able to do this full time. Finally, if you want to stay up to date with my personal life, then you can follow me on social media links, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook fan page, Crafty Amino. By the way, I did not change the Instagram logo to the new one because I don't like it and it's always going to be this for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and I'll see you very soon in my next video on Friday. Bye! Dizzy, never been in a love. Supposed to blow to the camera. Ah, that took a lot of air. P.S. I got a lot of questions about the clicking sound in the background on my past couple videos. I'm using the Canon EOS 70D DSLR camera and that is the autofocus feature. So every time I move closer, if you could hear that, it does that noise. So that's kind of annoying, but it's a really cool feature so I'm not out of focus ever. because that used to happen a lot.